People want you to get more wild.
SNL's kind of funny again.
They've had some funny sketches.
Yeah.
They had Shane on twice.
Shane on twice?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good for comedy. It's good. Comedy has to be looser. You have to be more wild. It doesn't mean you're cruel. It doesn't mean you're evil. It's just comedy. Just like movies where people get shot, that's not evil either. Okay? It's like comedy is funnier when it says fucked up things. It just is. Always has been. Yeah, back from Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce and Sam Kinison and Bill Hicks and everybody else and Eddie Murphy. It's always been the wildest shit is what's funny.
Bill Maher and Joe Rogan just teamed up to torch Hollywood, and it's pure fire. For years, Tinseltown has been shoving woke propaganda down our throats, turning men into punchlines and parents into clowns. Maher and Rogan have had enough. They ripped the mask off Hollywood's BS, and we've got every scorching clip. Roll it.
Netflix was all of a sudden like wide open. They were completely open to do wild stuff now because they're like, look, fuck all this woke shit. This is not profitable. Not only is it not profitable, like we're actually killing the business. And you're killing the business of comedy because people watch these specials and like, what is this? Like you made a DEI comedy special or, you know, an inclusive comedy special where you're letting people do comedy in the biggest form in the world just because they fit this particular group of people, this particular political group. It's crazy. It's identity politics in the worst way possible because it's counterproductive for your business.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he went after Netflix for its DEI-driven comedy specials. Instead of spotlighting genuine comedic talent, the streaming giant seemed more obsessed with checking every identity box in America. Even if the comedians weren't funny, what followed was an assembly line of dry, forced jokes that failed to land with audiences. The laughter stopped, the ratings dropped, and the fallout hit Netflix where it hurts most. The bottom line. Subscriptions dipped, critics piled on, and suddenly the woke comedy revolution wasn't so revolutionary after all. Rogan called it exactly what it was: bad business disguised as virtue.
Your business is to provide entertainment, and in some of your more successful businesses are the movies and shows. They're wild shows. Yeah. Like crazy shit happens in these shows, but not with comedy. With comedy, we have to gatekeep. We have to keep it. And I think they realized after they did a few of those things that nobody watches them. People hate them, and it actually is bad for their business. And then they do the Brady roast. Boom! And they're like, okay. You know, and when I did my special, they had no limitations on me. They didn't say anything.
And they have before?
And it was live. But no, because it was live. They're like, we're not telling you what to say. It's live. Just go ahead.
Fortunately, by the time Joe Rogan got his shot, Netflix had finally woken up to reality. They realized the go woke, go broke formula was killing their business, so they made a sharp pivot back to basics. Comedy that's actually funny. The days of handing out specials just to tick identity boxes were over. Now, if you wanted that Netflix stage, you had to earn it. No exceptions, no shortcuts. And guess what? Audiences came roaring back, subscriptions steadied, laughter returned, and Netflix learned a lesson the hard way. Customers crave real talent, not political lectures wrapped in punchlines. Comedy worked again.
They went to see me live at the club. They're like, okay. I'm like, really? Okay. Sure. They're letting it go. Now, Tony has a special that's coming out on Netflix. They're doing Kill Tony is on Netflix now.
Really?
He's doing more roasts on Netflix. Yeah. It's great.
Netflix may have saved itself by ditching the woke playbook, but Hollywood is still drowning in it. The industry can't resist rewriting beloved classics and fairy tales, twisting them into heavy-handed modern narratives that nobody asked for. Iconic characters get reimagined, timeless plots get butchered, and the end result is a lecture disguised as entertainment. Audiences aren't buying it, and the box office numbers prove it. While Netflix thrives by giving people what they actually want, talent and storytelling, Hollywood keeps doubling down on content that resonates with no one. It's cultural self-sabotage dressed up as progress.
And then I think it's also the competition with YouTube, because so many people, like Shane put his special out on YouTube, Ari put Jew on YouTube. So many people are putting these wild specials on YouTube and they're getting massive numbers.
Yeah.
Massive numbers. And so I think they're just like, look, we're in the fucking business. Like, what are we doing? This is obviously like super popular and people love it. And it's also really good. This is really good comedy. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Going
back.
broke. Going woke.
Let's go back to where we were. And now that Trump's in office, it's like, well, the whole country leans in that direction now.
Trump's relentless war on wokeness has done more than shake up politics. It's helped entire industries claw their way back from devastating losses. For years, corporations and entertainment giants bent the knee to woke culture, alienating millions of everyday Americans who felt completely disconnected from the narratives being shoved at them. The message was sold as truth, but the people weren't buying it. Enter Trump. By calling out the hypocrisy and excesses of wokeness head on, he gave voice to frustrations that had been simmering for years. His unapologetic stance not only earned him massive support, but also emboldened industries to abandon the virtue signaling and get back to what actually works, serving their customers.
There has become a thing that's gone on, it seems like in this, especially this last year, where, what's the word I'm looking at? Ideology is more important than art.
Way more, certainly to the awards.
Yeah. And it's just, it's like, ideology trumps art. Ideology trumps individual effort. Ideology trumps good. Ideology trumps entertaining.
The woke crowd isn't interested in entertaining or even educating. They're obsessed with pushing an agenda. What should be moments of joy, laughter, or inspiration have instead been turned into lectures wrapped in film reels. They've sacrificed the very essence of entertainment on the altar of indoctrination, replacing compelling stories with moral scolding and hollow virtue signaling. Characters are no longer written to be relatable or inspiring. They're built to serve as mouthpieces for a narrative that most people don't connect with. The result? Movies that feel boring, joyless, and painfully out of touch with reality. Instead of tapping into universal human experiences, Hollywood has chosen to shove ideology into every frame, stripping films of the magic that once made them timeless. It's not creativity, it's propaganda disguised as art, and audiences are walking away in droves.
Before we run out of time, I have to say to you, besides the great entertainment, I have always really appreciated the way you pushed back when anyone tried to stifle you, shut you up, shame you, bully you. They tried it with the last one, with Once Upon a Time in the Hollywood, some bullshit about Margot Robbie doesn't have enough lines. And you do what I wish other people would do. Instead of apologizing like a little pussy, you say, I don't agree with your assessment.
Bill Maher believes more filmmakers should take a page out of Quentin Tarantino's playbook and refuse to bow to the woke mob. In his view, directors owe it to their art and their audiences to protect creative freedom, even when it ruffles feathers. Sadly, not everyone has Tarantino's backbone. Too often, we see talented directors groveling, issuing endless apologies, and even cutting powerful scenes from their films just to appease critics who were never going to be satisfied in the first place. For Maher, that surrender doesn't just weaken the film, it weakens the entire art of storytelling itself.
So people want you to get more wild.
SNL's kind of funny again.
They had some funny sketches.
Yeah.
They had Shane on twice.
Shane on twice?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good for comedy. It's good. Comedy has to be looser. You have to be more wild. Doesn't mean you're cruel. It doesn't mean you're evil. It's just comedy. Just like movies where people get shot, that's not evil either. Okay? It's like comedy is funnier when it says fucked up things. It just is. Always has been. Yeah, back from Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce and Sam Kinison and Bill Hicks and everybody else and Eddie Murphy. It's always been the wildest shit is what's funny.
Once again, Joe Rogan hits the nail squarely on the head. Comedy has always thrived on its ability to stretch boundaries, to poke at taboos, and to say out loud what everyone else is whispering or too afraid to admit. That's what makes it powerful. It pushes society to think differently while making us laugh at the absurdity of it all. The moment you start policing what comedians can and cannot say, you strip away the very essence of the art form. Instead of raw, fearless creativity, you're left with watered-down punchlines designed to appease fragile sensibilities. Great comedy has never come from playing it safe. It comes from daring to offend, to provoke, to spark conversation. By stifling comedians, you don't just censor jokes, you silence cultural commentary and rob audiences of the catharsis that only unfiltered laughter can provide. Rogan is right. Let comedians be comedians.
Kings of comedy.
Yeah, exactly. King's Comedy, Blue Collar Tour. You know, Dave Chappelle. It's like, it's all with the wild shit is the funniest shit. Period.
That's what people want to see.
That's what people want to see. They know what it is. It's a fucking art form. It's called shit talking.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Put your offense to the side.
Yeah, just go have a good time. They don't mean it. Like, have you seen Brian Holtzman yet?
No.
Oh my God, you gotta see Brian Holtzman. He's a Los Angeles legend that we got to come out to Austin. And he was like the guy that would go on late at night. And he's so wild that Mitzi Shore wouldn't put him on stage for 2 weeks after 9/11.
Really?
She's like, no, don't let him go up. And we were dying. Holt's like, Miss Mitzi, I don't understand. I'm not going to say anything crazy. And she's like, no way, 2 weeks.
Comedy at its core is an art form, a mirror held up to society so we can see ourselves, flaws and all, and still find a reason to laugh. Comedians don't literally mean every word they say. Their craft lies in exaggeration, in embellishing ordinary situations and pushing them just far enough to reveal something ridiculous, something universally human. That's why people connect with it. It's truth dressed up in humor. But in today's climate, even the most obvious jokes are treated as daggers by a perpetually offended woke crowd. Instead of recognizing the exaggeration, they twist the intent and declare it an attack. And they don't stop at disagreement. They rally to cancel comedians, to silence voices that dare to tread beyond their narrow boundaries of acceptable speech. The irony is painful. The very art that once united people through laughter is now under siege by those who fear being laughed at.
He went on stage after Susan Smith drowned her kids, like the day after. He's like, I heard there were bad kids. I heard they sat that close to the TV. They didn't pollute away their blocks. They were always spilling their fucking milk. Those kids would not be missed. Like, it's a crazy character. You meet him in real life, he's the nicest guy on earth, but he's so funny. He's so ridiculous. I don't want to tell you what he's talking about now. I don't want to give it away, but comics just line up to watch this guy. Like, when he's on stage, we all get onto the balcony. Like, Holtzman's
Has he been in the mothership?
Oh, yeah, he headlines there all the time.
Nice.
He's there all the time. He wasn't having an audience in L.A. because they were putting him late at night. And here we're like, throw him up at 10 o'clock. Let him headline.
Yeah.
Give him 40 minutes, man. Let him go off.
During President Biden's administration, several comedians found themselves canceled or sidelined after being perceived as having said something offensive. One notable case was Amber Ruffin, who lost her role hosting the White House Correspondents' Dinner after making sharp political remarks that some viewed as too one-sided. Another case involved Michael Rappaport, who claimed that some of his shows were canceled because of his outspoken support for Israel, saying venues pulled out after backlash. These examples highlight a troubling trend: comedians facing real consequences not just for edgy jokes, but for opinions expressed outside the stage. Comedy has always thrived on boldness and the freedom to say what others are afraid to, but now the culture of cancellation has created an environment where performers risk losing careers over words, perspectives, or stances that ruffle the wrong feathers. In this climate, free expression through comedy feels more fragile than ever.
But movies, though, we need movies.
Yeah.
Movies haven't caught up, though.
No, but have you seen...
I'm not saying we got to go make Tropic Thunder multiple times.
Have you seen Segura's new Netflix series?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it?
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's
What is
called
it?
Bad Thoughts.
Okay.
It's these short sketches, these short films, essentially. They're all like short, like 5-10 minute films.
Yeah.
And there's just a bunch of them, and they're fucking ridiculous, like so outrageous and so crazy that you're watching like, no, oh my God, what the fuck, dude?
Is it just
really
him,
wild.
or is Bert with
a
him?
bunch of people. No, Bert is not in it, and Bert actually made a video congratulating
outs.
Tom and
Bert's on the
saying,
outs.
I don't know why I wasn't on it. Did you think about me having me on it?
Unfortunately, the movie industry hasn't caught on to what audiences really want. Comedy films still manage to deliver laughs here and there, but beyond that, Hollywood has been consumed by a wave of wokeness that is draining the magic out of beloved classics. Just look at the upcoming Snow White remake, stripped of its timeless charm and reshaped into a political statement that nobody asked for, or the new take on Superman, which seems more focused on virtue signaling than on delivering the awe, strength, and heroism that made the character iconic in the first place. These aren't fresh reinterpretations, they're ideological rewrites, turning once celebrated stories into watered-down lectures. Instead of entertaining, they alienate fans who grew up loving these tales for what they were. Hollywood seems to have forgotten the golden rule. Audiences go to the movies for escapism, not indoctrination, and that's why so many are tuning out.
He was financing it. I was answering to Tom Rothman, the head of Columbia Pictures. And so it wasn't the committee, it was him. So when we had an issue, we talked about it and whatever. And, but I want to be a good partner, so I'm listening to him, but I'm not going to, stab my movie in the balls.
Was there some stuff in that movie that he thought was not appropriate or not too dangerous?
More like he would wince at stuff. He goes, Quentin, they're going to go after you for this. Well, that's okay. I can handle it. I'm trying to help you, man.
But it's not helping you, right? Ultimately.
I know what he means.
Yeah.
All right. I know what he means.
That's legendary director Quentin Tarantino, one of the few voices in Hollywood bold enough to openly complain about the culture of censorship trying to strangle creativity. For decades, Tarantino has been celebrated for his unapologetic storytelling, sharp dialogue, and fearless approach to cinema. But that same fearlessness has also made him a target. The woke mob has repeatedly tried to tear him down, attacking certain scenes in his films that they deemed offensive or problematic. Instead of bowing to the pressure, Tarantino stood his ground. He made it clear he would not compromise his art to appease online outrage or political correctness. In a time when many filmmakers cave to activist critics, Tarantino's refusal to bend is refreshing. He represents an old-school Hollywood spirit where creativity comes first. Audiences decide what's great, and mob censorship has no place. And on this note, we draw the curtains on today's video. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.